The story I'm about to tell is something that I never thought I would feel comfortable enough to share on social media. It's something that I really struggled with when I started middle school all the way through the last day of high school. I'm pretty sure you already know what this video is about based on the title of this video, but in case that you didn't read that, in this video I'm sharing my first time straightening my curly hair for the first time in 8 years. A couple of nights ago, I actually spent a couple of hours sitting on this very bed that you see here, just typing out on my computer the story behind this story on a Word document that I have on my phone. And it's a really sad story, really like harsh, and the sad reality of my curly hair journey and the journey of learning to love my curly hair as a Latina. And I just feel that I put it beautifully in words, so I want to share what I wrote right now so I don't miss anything that I want to say. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, and the majority of my years growing up, I used to really hate my hair. I hated it because it was curly. I used to feel jealous of the people that I used to see in movies, TV shows, even in the real world, such as in school or at the mall. Like, I used to see their shiny, straight hair with soft edges, and I used to feel so lonely, so different. Growing up as a Latina has lots of pros, but I have to say that one of the worst cons was having people refer to curly hair as pelo malo, which translates into just bad hair. And it's sad because I used to feel so guilty, thinking that I probably had that too. My hair insecurity got really bad when I was in school. I remember that when I was in elementary school, a girl was emphasizing that I had pelo malo, and I started to defend myself, saying that I didn't. And so she literally grabbed a chunk of my hair without my consent and started comparing it to hers, saying stuff like, "Good hair is like my hair." Notice how when I grab a couple of my hair strands, the ends fall seamlessly down, sort of making a curve. But if you look at the ends of your hair, they are straight, dry, and frizzy. And that's what's called bad hair, pelo malo. And I know this because when I grow up, I'm going to be a hairstylist. Those words really affected me, and I used to replay them all the time in my head, like it was such a traumatic moment in my lifetime that decades later, I still remember it. I still remember going through that moment as if it were yesterday. After I switched schools and entered middle school, I used to argue a lot with my mom when she was doing my hair in the mornings. I used to look at myself in this huge mirror she had while she was doing my hair, and I remember thinking about how much I hated the hair that I had. I used to get so mad if she said she was done with my hair, and I looked closely into the mirror and saw a piece of hair out of place. I'm sure that it annoyed her, me always complaining every single day, but thinking back, I know it must have hurt her listening to her daughter hate a part of herself she had created and loved. When I was in high school, it became worse because instead of my mom doing my hair, I started doing it myself, and I started to notice things and actually deal with my hair, something that my mom used to do before. So I hated it more and more each passing day. It got so bad that I literally had my mom take me to a beauty salon to straighten my hair every single weekend of my, like all the way all the way from my freshman year of high school to my senior year in high school. And that's not an exaggeration. That probably did more harm to my hair than anything else, but at least it subconsciously made me feel more secure, which is heartbreaking. As graduation day approached, I knew that I was getting out of a toxic high school environment, and I started to think about the new beginning that was going to start once I left for university, which was 2 hours away from home in a town that rained every single day, and I was going to live on my own. I remember thinking about this and taking the decision that the last time I would straighten my hair was going to be for my prom and graduation week. And after that, I was going to try to go as long as I could without having the urge to straighten my curly hair. I remember arriving late at home the same day of my high school graduation, filling the tub with warm water, bubbles, and sitting inside the bathtub to make a promise to myself. Yet, not only promise to myself, but I think I might have even involved God for more accountability. I remember saying out loud that this was going to be the last time that I will have straight hair. I was going to wash my hair in a couple of minutes, and no matter how much I might hate it in the beginning, I was going to commit to start my curly hair activation journey until I learned how to love it. After saying these words, I leaned my head towards the back, and as I felt the water get in between my strands, feeling my curly hair start to make an appearance, the last promise I remember making that night when I was 18 years old was saying that the first time I would straighten my hair again was going to be for my wedding. And almost 8 years later, that moment is today. So join me on this journey to hop in a plane in a couple of hours to head to Puerto Rico, and there go to a hair salon to straighten my hair for the first time in 8 years. Here at the beauty salon, we just finished washing my hair, so let's see what else the next step is. Hello, so this is the reveal of my first time straightening my hair in 8 years. I spent like a couple of hours in the hair salon, and now I'm back at my mom's place, and I just wanted to give you this little update. This is how it looks like. I love it a ton. He just like did like a couple of curls, and I'm just so happy because like I haven't felt my hair like this in almost 8 years, and it's something that I promised I would do again on like for the occasion of my wedding, and so here's that. And yeah, I'm so excited. Now you see the front of it, and now let me just like do it like this. This is like from the side, and then this is the back. What do you guys think? Do you love it? Oh my gosh, like here it is. It feels so soft and so thin compared to my curly hair, like the thinness. It fills me with so much joy to get to the point in my life that I have took so many growth from my part and so many experiences to finally be able to say with so much confidence that I love my straight hair, but I love my curly hair even more. Cut. I never thought that I would get to